welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome. Today I am participating in a book tour with some of my other BookTube friends. This is called the This Book Changed My Life channel tour. So we are all talking about Christian nonfiction books that changed our life in some way, gave us a new perspective, something we can't stop thinking about, that kind of thing. The idea here is that you will watch my video and then you'll go down to the description box, find the link to the next person in line, watch theirs, go to their description box, find the link, and you just kind of tour around in a circle till you get back to mine. So I do hope that this will inspire and encourage you. So like I said, my name is Sarah. I live in Northwest Arkansas in the US, and on my channel, I mostly talk about classics, nonfiction, self-education, all from a biblical worldview. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you here in my little community. So the book I've chosen for this tour is Jesus Through Medieval Eyes by Grace Hammond. I recently came across this on a channel from another mom who is also really big into self-education, and it caught my eye because this whole year of 2026, I am studying medieval times, everything from the Middle Ages that I can get my hands on. And this book, it addresses the different depictions of Jesus in medieval art and what they represent, different parts of his character that they represent. The author of this book is a medievalologist, and one of the things that she studies is medieval art and the symbolism within, which is something that I love to study as well, looking for symbolisms. One of the main takeaways for me from this book was to really think outside the box and try to see other people's point of view. While there were a couple of characteristics in this book that I really couldn't align with, so many of them, so many of the points she made really helped me to see that the idea of following Christ really is super old, and lots of people from lots of eras have done so. And just to think that the faith of these people from the Middle Ages was just as strong or even stronger than mine is now. That's something I wouldn't deny if someone were to say it, but this book really helped me get to the heart of that idea. At one point, the author says this: "We need works of the past to help us see beyond our own time-bound limitations." That really stuck with me. We tend to put a 21st century filter on everything, right? And a lot of times it's just because we're not super educated about the historical timeline. And this is why continuing to study and learn is so important. The more we understand about history and about people who are very much like us, but from a completely different era, the more we'll stop putting our own mentalities on those people and instead try to see them through the lens of their own era, right? She talked about how no one since Christ ascended has spent very much time with him face to face. And so we all see him through the lens of so many different factors, right? Our own personal experience, our perspective on the world that we live in, the influences that are around us, all these different things. And it was just so interesting, I guess, to wrap my head around the idea that people from medieval times also, evaluated him and their relationship with him based on these same perspective elements, but with a different actual perspective based on their own time period. The book helped me to see that one of the reasons why I have been so careful and cautious about trying to look at Jesus through the lens of people in history that loved him just as much as I think that I love him. I think I was afraid that I would encounter something that would challenge my own point of view, that would challenge my own, perspective on him. And I don't know, for all the ways in which I think I'm a super objective, super academic sort of thinker, I realized that in that particular area, I actually chose to remain in a bubble. And so this book is not really about changing, your theology or your interpretation of the Bible. It's really more about understanding that Jesus has been for everyone for these last couple thousand years. And that the way that the medieval people saw him is really no better or worse than we see him now. That we are not some 21st century enlightened bunch of people that they actually had some insights and perspectives that were very deep and very much helped them live a devoted life to him. So I would highly recommend you picking this up. I am on purpose not giving you a lot of details because I think that this is one of those things you really want to experience and just kind of work through and pray through on your own and let it affect you in a personal way. All right, guys, so now we're at the end of my video. You go down to my description box and click on the link for Isabella. She is at a Book Nook and she has a video prepared as well talking about a Christian nonfiction book that has affected her life. So go check out Isabella's video. There's also a link to the entire playlist of people. So you can go down and check out that list, make sure you've watched everything, make sure you're subscribed to everybody. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.